Series on young alumni who continue to work and serve those in our community who are less fortunate. As a student at Jesuit High School, our speaker was a member of the track and field team and a member of the back-to-back state championship cross-country team. He was also an active member of the National Honor Society, Key Club, and Ogden Christie. After Jesuit, he went on to graduate from Florida State University with a degree in political science and psychology. And while at FSU, he volunteered regularly through his fraternity. And recently, he began working as the athletic coordinator for the Police Athletic League, an organization that provides safe and affordable after-school athletic opportunities for single-parent homes and those less fortunate children in the Tampa Bay area. Today, he has graciously come here to speak to you about his work and his service and how his Jesuit experiences has shaped his life. Please welcome one of our own from the class of 2008, Mr. James Lamoureux.
Good morning. Thank you, Nico. Fellow Jesuit brothers, it truly is an honor to stand before you this morning. I want to start off by saying what an absolutely beautiful facility we have built here over the years, what our alumni have done, our teachers, Father Hermes, Principal Newberger, and Mr. Saban have done with our track, our football field, and our baseball field is truly remarkable, and I think that they deserve a round of applause. I gave my best effort to do the Jesuit clap, but it didn't work out. Today, like Nico said, I currently work for the Tampa Police Athletic League, or as we refer to ourselves as PAL. We're an organization that focuses mainly on mentoring and providing athletic programs for inner city youth and those from single-parent homes. It's a very rewarding experience, and we can always use extra help. There's a sign-up sheet in the counseling center, and if you guys are interested, you can knock out some service hours and have a lot of fun there. The reason that I'm at PAL is because of my time here at Jesuit. Mike Shikatano touched on this subject a little earlier this year, but I want to reiterate. It's God's will. The phrase God's will was once commonplace around these halls. One of our freshman teachers and football coaches here was named Thomas Kranz. Coach Kranz was the most genuine, good-hearted person that I had ever met. I was blessed to know him. Never did he complain. Never was he not smiling, and never did he let on to know how sick he was. Coach passed away in my sophomore year from a long-time battle with heart conditions, and to this day, he remains one of the most influential people in my life. The Faculty Memorial Award was dedicated to him and all of those who have been a part of the Jesuit family that have passed on. It's God's will. I never quite knew what that phrase meant. How could it be God's will that I didn't do well on a test? How could it be God's will that I just lost that race? How could it be God's will that one of my loved ones passed away? In those very seats, I sat for 4 years, and I didn't really realize how fortunate I was. I didn't realize the sacrifices that my parents made to send me to Jesuit. I didn't realize how lucky I was to have teachers who actually cared. You don't think about those things when you're a teenager. It's not until later down the road, when you meet people from all different walks of life, people who never received an education like the one that you get here, people who had no one who actually cared. God's will. God's will means that everything happens for a reason. Everything is part of a grander plan. You will face tough times. You will taste victory and defeat. Not all of us will be as talented as Mrs. Wegman. Not all of us can coach like Mr. Goldman. Not all of us will be as handsome as Mr. Bernalis. Maybe that last one wasn't the best example, but there will be adversity around every turn. You will get through it. Someday when your future starts to unfold, you'll go to college, you'll become independent, you'll work toward a degree, and you'll be just fine. because there's going to come a point when you look back and you realize just how much this school meant to you, how it formed you into who you are and who you will be. My fellow Tigers, I want to thank you. Yesterday you were able to hear from one of my closest friends, Dan Almendarez, and I hope he was able to share his experience as I was able to today, and that you guys take something away from that. Tell your parents that you love them, thank your teachers, go out of your way to do something for somebody else. Your lives will turn out just fine because it's God's will. Thank you and go Tigers.